Guys, I'm not carrying a purse. This is the Potensic Atom 2, and this is the drone we're going to use today in our video. And hey, look who's with me. Can you guys see her? It's kind of dark in there. Hi. She says hi. Probably can't hear her because she's not wearing a mic. She refuses to cooperate. All right, guys, well, here's a better look. Say hi, TC.
Hi, TC.
Not you. I was telling TC to say hi to you. Well, guys, we are here at a very undisclosed area, in an area, I'll give you a hint. So right now we're in a state that has 4 letters. 3 of those letters are vowels, and it starts and ends in a vowel. So I think there's only 2 states like that. So process of elimination, you might figure out where we're at. But I don't think that you'd know exactly where this place is. Look how cool this lake is. It's something Maffet Lake or something like that. But yeah, this is a gold mine, and it's free. I don't think the picnic table is level, but what do you expect for free? Well, guys, I'm pretty sure I'll be bringing Dwight back out here on Mini 4 Pro to fly this lake because it's pretty stunning. Anyway, the purpose of today's video is this drone right here. This is Roger, if you guys remember, and unfortunately I haven't flown him nearly as much as I originally planned. So today, that's all going to change. And I think that today you guys are going to see what a real cool drone this really is. I said real cool really, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm opening up the bag here. If you guys can remember, I'm going to get the camera in here. I'm going to show you a little bit of changes that I made to this bag. I think you're going to be impressed. I just have to be able to stand up without falling over or falling down this hill. Well, if you guys remember, and I'm sure you probably don't, whenever this drone bag first comes to you after you buy it from Potensic, it comes in a way that you can't keep the sticks on the controller. The controller is kind of, I guess, wedged in there. Well, we were able to, I saw a video, because of course I didn't come up with this by myself, but I saw a video to where I was able to reconfigure this bag and I was able to keep the sticks on the controller. It all has to do with this little pouch right here. I'm not going to take it off because I won't be able to get it back on there with one hand. But this little divider here is on the other side when it first comes. So if you move it up to this side, then that'll create an area or a little buffer zone right here to where you can leave your sticks on. If I can find the video to give him credit, I'll link his channel right here and I'll try to put his thumbnail right there. Why am I breathing so hard? All right, we're getting back to the point of this video. What was the point of the video? I forget. Christy's just sitting up in the truck watching me screw up. Anyway, guys, let's get back to the point of this video. Potensic contacted me the other day and let me know that they've implemented a new fly app update. They implemented a new firmware update for the drone, and there's also a controller update. Now, I've already installed all these updates, and I'll put not a link, but I'll list down what the updates were. But they've put in a couple of pretty cool features into the Potensic Atom since the last time that I flew it. It's been quite a while, unfortunately, since I flew it. And I've really been impressed with this drone. Every time that I've flown it, I've found something else that I enjoyed about it. And I even figured out how to use cruise control. I know, something that Kevin figured out. I mean, I read the instructions, and that's how I learned, but still, I figured it out, right? Anyway, this is the Potensic Atom 2. This is Roger, if you guys don't remember. And he has a built-in remote ID, so I don't have to have a module on top of his back, so he doesn't have to wear that backpack. How about that? Okay, so let's open up this update. Wow, my screen's really dark here. That reminds me of a trick that somebody told me about just the other day. Actually, before I get started with the, whatever it is, with the update stuff, let me read this comment that I got the other day on a video. I think I was flying one of the mini killer drones, or mini drone killers, not DJI mini drone killers, but a mini drone killer nonetheless. And James Sterling left a comment. He said, "Kevin, looks like a nice drone. I wish they would offer a controller with a built-in screen like DJI. I don't like using the cell phone because the screen always darkens on hot days." Well, I agreed with him 100%, and I absolutely hate flying with an iPhone. These iPhones suck. But then there was an individual that left a comment on his, or that replied to his comment. It was Chimera Photography. Sorry if I'm screwing your name up, buddy. But he said the screen won't darken if you already have your phone charged and you don't have the brightness at 100%, but instead like 85%. I have never heard that before. You guys know that I've been using iPhones to fly these drones ever since I started flying drones. And I've had trouble with these screens dimming pretty much with every flight if I'm outside in the open in the sun. And it just doesn't seem to ever get any better. Well, we've tried different tricks and things to make that not happen, like the ice packs, and like the flying in the shade and all that stuff. But it always dims a little bit. So I'm anxious to see if that trick's gonna work. So we're gonna try that today with the Potensic Atom 2 with Roger, and we're gonna see if it makes a difference. My personal feeling, I'm not really sure it's gonna work, but then again, I don't hardly know anything about this stuff, so I'm probably wrong. All right, I'm gonna get the phone plugged into the controller here. You guys remember this controller, it's pretty awesome. They got a new antenna system, but this controller pulls apart like this and your phone fits right in the middle. So look at this. I don't have to take the cover off or nothing. It fits a humongous phone, because that's a pretty big controller. This is the iPhone 13. Oh, I need to get back to what we're doing as far as the updates, huh? So they sent me an email. Let me see if I can even find that email here. It might take a minute or two. Okay, here it is. Potensic Marketing sent me an email that says, the latest firmware update was released on July 17th, and here are the current version numbers. Drone firmware version 18, remote controller firmware version 15, and app version iOS 1.1.4. I thought it was kind of funny. Earlier today, I watched a video. I was trying to get myself familiar with this drone, and I was watching a video where this guy was saying that he was on version 2.5.8, and I was telling myself, no, he's wrong. It's 1.1.4. I didn't realize he was probably talking about the Android version, so I kind of just skipped over his video. Oh well, maybe I'll watch it when I get back. Anyway, that's the updated versions. Let's see exactly what they've installed or what they've added to this drone, because I got a bug crawling on my foot. There's a couple of really cool things. If I can, it's ants. I got ants on my feet. Let me concentrate here and get back to this. Oh, it's on the other phone. Here it is. See, I don't even know what I'm doing. I am very unorganized. What was that? It sounded like a cannon went off. Okay, so here is the Potensic Eve. This is the iOS or the App Store little screenshot. It says they added cine roll feature, which I'm sure you guys know what that is by now. It's where the drone flies forward and the camera or the screen does a loop. It, I guess, became famous on the Mavic 4 Pro. I haven't seen it before that, but then again, I'm still pretty new to drones. It says that it's added a sphere pano feature. Now, my understanding here also is that it doesn't stitch those photos together. You'll have to stitch them together yourself, or you can maybe do it in your phone in the app. So we'll have to figure that out. You can take a photo while recording the feature. They added camera spot metering mode. I think that's got to do with tapping your finger on the screen and focusing in on something. And then definition and saturation adjustment features. You guys know, I know nothing about the camera stuff, so I probably won't be demonstrating any of this camera stuff, but I just wanted to mention it because number 6 here, they say pretty much what DJI always says, optimized other known issues. So it's not the exact terms that DJI uses, but it's similar. But I think it's pretty cool that they list out exactly what they're adding instead of just optimized whatever DJI says. I don't even remember. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool how they do that. All right, so let me get out of that there, and we're gonna get this drone turned on. We're gonna get the landing pad put over there, and we're gonna see how it flies, because Roger's had a long nap. Before we get Roger up in the air, I do want to show you the air data information. Now it's pretty hot, and you'll notice that the date here is July 27th. Yes, this video is out of sequence because I wanted to make sure that you guys saw this update that came out for Potensic 2. And I don't know, I think it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth interrupting our regularly scheduled videos. But anyway, it's 92 degrees out here. We have very little wind. I can feel it a little bit here, but it doesn't seem like it's anything necessarily strong. And there's no chance of rain, finally. It's rained a lot since we've been here. And then going over here to the airspace, you'll see that we're not in any type of controlled airspace. Now, just up that way, I think it is, about a mile, there's Hobbs Field, but that's the only thing that's around, and it's not controlled. So it says we're okay to fly, no active advisories, but please review the nearby items below, which we've already done that. Okay, I think we're ready to get this puppy started. She's really loud, if I remember right, she's really loud, so I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna place this over in the grass so we have some clearance, because right now there's a bunch of trees around us. Well, this is the only opening of where we are right now. I couldn't find a better spot to fly from, but we're gonna walk right up here and we're gonna lay the pad down so we can have at least some sort of clear sky above Roger when he takes off, because remember, he doesn't have obstacle avoidance. Mighty hot in these rhinos. If you get that reference, let me know in the comments. Oh great, there's a kayak. I keep changing the camera angle because I'm trying to find the best angle, but yet keep the camera in the shade because it's really hot. And I know that the GoPros have a tendency of overheating. And yeah, I don't want to have to redo this test. If I remember right, the sequence of events here is controller, double tap, and then drone, double tap, and he starts his little happy dance. Come on, start your little happy dance. There you go. He woke up. And then, whoops, I'm going to put this drone on the pad over here and wait for, I guess, them to link up, and then I can start the app. Oh, no, I don't think I have to do that. I think I can start the app right away. Give me just a second. All right, let's open up this app here. Where's it at? Potensic Eve. Where's the Potensic Eve? There it is. So we got the Potensic Eve app open. I'm going to start a screen recording. I got a bug on my foot. Okay, I think we got a screen recording going here. Oh, there we go. I think we got a screen recording going now. And I'm going to go over to Fly Now. And yes, we've got a remote ID feature enabled. That's good. Compass needs to be calibrated, of course. So I'm going to go do that before I guess I do anything else. I'm going to hit calibrate. Oh, I got to hit start calibration. I'm going to spin it around. And it's going to want me to go vertical. Which, there we go. She does have a pretty loud voice. I'm glad I turned her down. And it looks like we are set. Now, I don't think we're on a perfectly level surface right now, so I'm not sure how good the other calibration, the IMU, is going to do, but it should be okay. It says, please keep drone stationary. I guess that means it's okay.
IMU in preparation.
Whoops. I might have just interrupted the IMU. Let me put you back down so I know that you got the proper IMU, and then maybe we'll have a chat later. But good luck, buddy. I think every time you move the drone, it does an IMU calibration. So, yeah. Anyway, it says takeoff permitted. I'm going to pull the thing down here. I'm going to go down to about right there with the brightness, and I'm going to see if he's right. Do you think he is? I don't think he is, but we'll see. All right, so the first thing I want to do here is I want to pull the sticks together. Oh wait, do we have enough satellites? Yeah, we got 15 satellites. It says takeoff permitted. I'm going to hit that. Whoops, not that. I want to hit that and go to the, I like the compass thing rather than the map. However, when I'm out pretty far and I want to make sure that the drone is facing me, I like to have the map up because you see the triangle? He's facing towards the circle right now. And that's how you know if you're flying home or flying away from somewhere. And I guess we'll just leave the map up. All right, let me get this drone started up. We'll just get him. What did that say? Current control stick what?
The home point has been refreshed.
Okay, the home point's been refreshed. That's awesome. Look how steady, if you guys can even see in the camera, look how steady that drone is. Maybe I should get the GoPro up there a little bit closer so you can get a better look. Yeah, let me do that. That is, oh, it's getting windy now, but that is one good looking drone. I'm telling you what, it reminds me so much of the Mini 2, but it's got a lot more features than Rose and Jack ever had. So I think that this could really be some good competition for the Mini 2, or the Mini 4K, as they call it now, because, you know, they had to rename it. I don't know why they had to rename it. They took away a couple of things that the Mini 2 had. But anyway, this video isn't about the Mini 2, this is about the Potensic Atom 2. Get your head in the game there, Kevin. Good looking drone. All right, so we're at 84% battery. Now the only reason the battery's low is because I used this battery to do the updates last night. And I just want to kind of fly this drone for just a minute because I want to get I want to get used to it again. So I'm going to go video, and I'm going to start recording some video here, if it'll let me. Is it going to record? I think I may have had this problem last time. Do I have a SD card? Yeah, I do. Oh, there we go. You got to hit the button twice. That's a weird trick, but I guess it'll do. So I'm going to pull the gimbal down, and just like DJI, the scrolling wheels on the left for the gimbal. I just want to show you guys how good this footage is, and remember how bad of a drone pilot I really am. I'm horrible, but look how smooth this is. And watch me turn to the right. Look how smooth that turn is. I mean, there's a lot of these mini killer drones or mini drone killers that I fly, and none of them are as smooth as the Potensic or the DJI drones. So that's pretty cool. That doesn't look too bad. And I'm facing away from the drone right now, so I need to probably fix my orientation here. That looks really good. Keep the drone within visual line of sight during flight. Okay, we'll do. All right, so what I want to do is now I just want to back up. I just want to come straight back here. I'm gonna turn back closer to us. So now I'm looking basically where the GoPro's looking is where the drone's gonna be looking. And I'm gonna try that center roll or whatever they call it. Now apparently you need, I guess I need to get out of the recording thing here, but apparently you need to have like 200 feet or so of clearance in order to use this. So you hit that little banner right there and go to center roll, which is at the bottom, and it's got some options for you. I guess you can, I think the top option is to have it return back to its originating spot. The second option could be whether you want it to flip left or flip right. And then the third option down there is the 3.3 feet per second. I guess that's the speed of the drone. Now somebody was saying that that's actually not the speed of the drone. I'm going to back up just a little bit more. They're saying that's not the speed of the drone. That's going to be the duration of the video clip. So let me go further out this way since I want to be amazed. So I'm just going to go at 3.3 seconds the way that it is. It doesn't say anything about how far or how long this flight's going to be. But let me hit go and see if it tells me then. Go. It's going to go 118 feet. And then we will, yeah. Oh, I guess I got to hit go again. So let me hit go again.
2.
She's counting down. This is exciting, guys. I've never done this before. And I think I might like this feature. Now the drone is staying flat. And that is very, oh my goodness, that's deceptive. That makes me feel like the drone's going to crash into the water. I don't know if I like that very much. It's a cool effect, but dude, it's nerve-wracking. Look at that. Let me move the gimbal up. Maybe if no, I'm not going to mess with anything. I'm just going to leave it the way it is and let the drone finish. Roger knows what he's doing. I need to let him finish what he started. But that's almost, that'll make you nauseous if you do it too fast, I guess. It's kind of making me nauseous now, and it's going really, really slow. Good grief. It says you can toggle a control switch at any time to exit AI quick shots. I guess this is a quick shot type of thing, huh? And I think he's going to fly backwards back to where he started from. And I think he is. Yeah, he's coming back right now. Now over there to the right of the drone, you guys probably can't see it because I don't have the drone facing that way. There's a couple of kayakers over there. Let's see if we can, once this drone stops, I'm going to turn to the right and show you guys what I'm looking at. There's a couple of kayaks right there. I think they were saying hi to the drone. I think they can hear the drone, or maybe it's their dog that can hear it. But yeah, this lake is pretty awesome. Okay, so what's next on the agenda here? I think I could probably, oh, I know what it is. The only other thing that I really know how to do is take video and take a picture. So we'll demonstrate that, and then we'll call this tester app. But I think that we've proven yet again that the Potensic Atom 2 is a drone that is very well worth the hype that I guess Potensic and that all of us that actually got to present it to you guys have made of it, because it's an amazing drone. All right, so let me go back over here to that little button. I'm going to go to, whoops, video. I think I got to go back to normal video. And I'm going to just hit record. And now that I've hit record, there's a little shutter button up top that if you want to take a picture while you're shooting video, then you can. So I'm shooting video right now. Let's shoot over this way. I want to take a picture. And there you go. I just took a picture. I'm going to zoom over this way, and I'm going to take another picture. So that's a pretty cool feature. There was a YouTuber that pointed out the fact that the video quality is actually better than the photo quality when it comes to this. So, you know, you don't really know why you want to take a picture of the video, but it's cool that they've thought forward, because maybe they're going to implement something better in the future. This was just kind of a stepping stone to that. Now, I'm telling you what, with the ways that Potensic has improved their product in the past year and a half, I wouldn't be surprised if soon one of these drones that Potensic comes out with has obstacle avoidance and possibly a screen controller. And I got to tell you, right now this iPhone hasn't dimmed any more on me whatsoever. So we could be onto something here. But let me go out here and fly a little bit more, get a little bit more good footage here, and we'll get Roger back to the landing pad, and we'll call this test a wrap. We'll have a conclusion. How'd you guys like that short cinematic footage? Let's hit return to home and see what he does. Uh-oh. Why isn't he coming home? I guess I got to stop recording maybe? No, I don't have to stop recording, I'm sure of that. Maybe I got to hold the button down. There we go. I got to hold the button down a little bit longer than I thought. So he's going to raise up to his height, to his return to home height, and I can see him right over there. He's about halfway up in that cloud. And before he gets back over here to land, I'm going to make sure that he's going to land in a decent spot, because he could potentially land in one of these trees. And I don't want that to happen. Now I can't see him. Where did he go? Maybe I'll pull the gimbal down so we can see where he's at. Okay, so he is coming basically straight over top of us now, pretty much. Let me hit OK on that so you guys can see the screen. And I'm going to hit, I guess I'm going to hit stop once he gets right over top of us, because it looks to me like, oh, it looks like he's in the open. I don't think he's going to be hitting anything. Let me get the GoPro here real quick and see if we can, see if we can watch him land and land on this pad. Now, I'm going to keep my thumb on the return to home switch so we can make sure that if he's going to run into something that I can stop him. Anyway, let's go to the GoPro. Sorry about the sun, guys. I know that's all you can see right now. I think I just interrupted something. What did I just do? Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, 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 crap. Let me back him up. I hit the wrong button, guys. There we go. That could have been disaster. I had the controller cradled to my arm and I was hitting the wrong button. I meant to hit the home button, the return to home button, but I think I was hitting the control stick. Yeah, buddy, you can blame me for that. I don't think I've ever said crap so many times in a row. All right, let's get Roger landed. Whoops, wrong way. Man, I needed to use that tilt screen trick that we learned last week. Let me get him down on the mat here and just watch him, how soft he lands. Whoops, wrong way. There you go. Whoops, he actually got his props caught in a flower. Guys, just let me reiterate, I'm not a very good drone pilot. Do as I say, not as I do. Have you guys ever heard that before? Anyway, I want to thank Potensic for reaching out to us, letting us know that they had these updates. I'm gonna start making Roger the Atom 2 a bigger part of our channel than what he has been lately. And I think that you guys are gonna appreciate that. So with all that said, if there's something that you want me to try with Roger here, I want you to leave me a note in the comment and ask me to do it. We'll do our best to figure out a way to do what you guys are asking, even if it's wrong. But as always, guys, I want to thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week. God bless. I forgot to follow up on the iPhone. Chimera Photography, I want to thank you for the suggestion. I think we may be onto something here. So I'm going to try that again. And if in the future it works continuously, I'm going to give you another shout out. But if it doesn't work continuously, I might give you another shout out anyway. But anyway, I want to thank you for that. As always, guys, again, have a great week. God bless.